Hi there, welcome back to our channel. In today's video we are going to show you the construction process, the construction activities, the quantity of material, as well as its cost in today's time for the construction of the ground floor, that's the foundation to DPC of this duplex that measures approximately 349 square meters. Stay tuned as we take you through the process. So soon after the DPC was done, the next activity in the construction process is to mark out the external and internal walls of the building one after another. And this process is what we do by first of all getting all the four corners of the building. Then we bring out the longest walls, and after that we then gradually, following the measurement on the drawing, mark out the internal spaces. And this we do to ensure that the building is perfectly squared. For instance, if we take the longest line, it's now easier to square it getting the shorter ones. So we first of all get the long lines, of course the longest outside lines first, then the longer lines that are inside, and then the shorter ones comes in. So that is how we get our buildings perfectly squared. And after that, then we mark out all the doors, all the internal walls, and then continue with the building process. So the setting out process is a very important process in the building activities because it determines the sizes of the spaces when the building is completed. And any mistake done at this stage affects the building spaces entirely. So what we do first of all is to ensure that the spaces are gotten well on the drawing. And when we now come to the site, at this point, we try as much as possible to transfer the exact measurements we have on the drawing onto the floor plan and onto the building itself. So here, the setting out had been completed, and see the spaces that we got here. So here is the entrance porch, and that is the base of the two columns that will stand at the entrance there. Okay. So this is more like the entrance into the building. Here you see the anteroom. Yep. Okay, from the anteroom, the left hand side is the visitor's room, while the right hand side is the main lounge. So that is what is going on here. Everything has been formed. Is now to carry up the blocks and then mark the windows as we go on. So this is the main lounge here, and after the main lounge you have the dining, the staircase area there. That's the place these people are walking right now. And then from there, this is like a lobby that from this lobby, okay, back to the anteroom, and from the anteroom you have access to the visitor toilet, then the guest room there. Then after that we have the gym, and we have a veranda outside here. Then we also have the laundry close to the gym, after which we have another one room on the ground floor here. Then after that, then there's the walk-in closet of the room, and then the convenience. So this is the kitchen here, and of course the pantry, which is more or less an open one facing the kitchen. So that is what we have here on the ground floor of the building. Of course, the kitchen also has a kitchen veranda, and the setting out process is completed. The only thing remaining here is to mark out all the windows. So after the first day of setting out, the second day saw many walls go to the level of 6 courses of blocks and above. And it was on this day that the windows were marked out. Now, as you can see, for this project, our windows started after the second course of block. So we meticulously mark out windows, taking clues from reference walls as per drawing. So we use the drawing, the measurement as it is from the drawing, taking clues from the reference walls as indicated in the drawing to measure out where the windows are supposed to be, one after another. So, by the close of work on the second day, most of the walls had gotten to 9 courses, which is more or less the lintel level. So as you can see here, the windows have been marked and the walls have been taken up to the 9th course of block. And so that is what we got here in preparation for the lintel work. So as soon as every other place gets to lintel level, then the iron work as well as the carpentry work for the lintel will begin, while the castings will also be following suit as soon as the form work is done. So as the walls go up, the spaces are becoming more and more defined, right? Like here is clear now how you enter and access the visitor or guest room, and you can now see how spacious the space is. Yeah, that's the convenience, and yeah, from here you come back to the lobby, and this is the Vistor WC, the powder room. So the spaces are becoming more and more pronounced as the walls go up. Then here you now access the laundry here, yeah, and after the laundry then you have one more room on the ground floor, just this. And of course all the windows have been marked here, and that is the convenience for that room with its wardrobe. So from here you now access the kitchen. So the kitchen started from here. So there's the pantry for the kitchen, and this entire space now remaining is the kitchen. So the kitchen is the only space whose window didn't start from 2 courses of block. And at this time the carpenter is already here, getting ready to start the carpentry work for the lintel. So as at here, the foam work had been completed, as well as the iron work, ready for the casting of the lintels. As always done in most of our projects, what we also did here is a chain lintel, which is like linking all the lintels around the building. This actually serves 2 purposes. First, to mark the end of the window, and 2, to serve as a beam linking all the walls of the building to help transfer its load through the columns to the foundation. So that's what we've achieved here, and everything is getting set for the casting of these lintels. So after casting of the chain lintel, the next thing here is to do the block leveling, which is like adding 3 courses of block, which we normally do for our building to gain a better headroom. So we add 3 courses of block before the decking beam, as well as the decking itself comes. So that is what we did here. Immediately after casting the lintels, then the leveling, that's what we call it, adding the final courses of block. By the time the work from the DPC to the decking level had been completed, it was observed that the following materials were used: 60 lengths of 16 mm rods, 72 lengths of 12 mm rods, 50 lengths of 8 mm rods. Now the blocks that were used to do this work were the 4,000 blocks, that's the 9 inches blocks, then 120 bags of cement, then the board that were used as the 1x12x12, and the 9 inches boards were 120 pieces. Then the sand that was used to achieve this, there is the 7-ton tipper, were 4 trips. Then the chippings that were used to do the casting here was 15 tons of 1 trip of 15 tons of chippings. Then of course the electrical and plumbing materials that were used to pass pipes to ensure that there is no much cracking on the walls. In all, the total cost of these materials mentioned above in today's Nigerian construction market will cost, to achieve this similar project, will cost 6,146,000 naira. Similarly, the total cost of labor in today's terms to achieve this project, which includes the block work, the iron work, the carpentry work, the casting, the pillar molding work, because there are lots of columns to be molded here, then the supervision for this project in today's time will be 2,030,000 naira. So altogether, the total cost of material and labor to take this project from the DPC to the decking level in today's times will be 8,176,000 naira. Thank you for being with us this far, and see you in our next vlog.